So let's move on a little bit, talk a little Yankees, because it's a big weekend for them coming up, taking on the Boston Red Sox. They got to overtake the Red Sox this weekend if they want a chance at that first wild card spot and to host the wild card game. They've also got to stay on top of Toronto. And I think the next 9 games are all against American League East teams. So how do your Yankees fare? What are you telling me? Look inside the crystal ball.
Michelle, this is what we've been waiting for all season, all right? You're down in the home stretch. Obviously, it would have been much nicer to take care of business weeks or months ago, but these are the 2021 Yankees. You just kind of never know what's going to happen with them. The one thing that does worry me is that the Yankees have not looked good in Fenway Park. They're 1-6 in their last 7 games over there. So as much as I would love to see the Yankees handle business, especially when you have nothing but AL East opponents for the next 9 games for the rest of the season, I can't trust these guys, man. One day they look like they're smacking balls out the park and shutting people down, and other days they look like they should be a minor league team. I don't know. I can't trust them. But the best thing about it is, and of course the skipper said it last night, destiny is in their hands. If they go and beat these teams, they will be exactly where they want to be going into the postseason. So let's see what happens. Who knows?
Speaking of that destiny, do you think we're going to see Mr. Clutch from Gerrit Cole? Do you think we'll see over or under 7.5 strikeouts?
I think we're going over, right? This is exactly why you spend the money to get Gerrit Cole in the offseason. I remember postseasons past when he was in Houston, how many postseasons he just came and absolutely dominated when they needed him to. So this is his moment. If there's any time to get your Yankee pinstripes tattooed on you, Gerrit Cole, this is the time. You have caused nothing but heartache to the Bronx faithful for many, many years, and now you can reverse all of that with just a few couple of games coming up. So I'm taking the over on this one.
And against your arch rivals, doing it against the Red Sox, that history there, to be able to do it there, that would be, you're right, that would be something special for him. All right, let's move on. There have been a few rumors swirling around here about a Kyrie Irving for Ben Simmons trade. Kevin Durant is not about that, for the record, so far. What do you think? You think this could be a good fit?
All right, as a basketball aficionado, right, I saw Stephen A. Smith talk about this, and I understand where they're coming from, right? You look at that Brooklyn Nets team, and the one thing that they do like is size and defense. And what do they give? What does Ben Simmons give you? Size, defense, and to boot, he's a great distributor. You already got 2 all-world scorers in James Harden and Kevin Durant. So I understand why people would think a Kyrie Irving to Ben Simmons trade would work out. But we're not just talking about basketball. We're talking about 3 of the biggest personalities in the entire NBA. And we have to remember, Kyrie Irving was the guy who made this happen. He's not going. KD is making sure that it happened. And of course, we're overthinking this. If they were healthy, they would have ran through everybody in the
exactly.
NBA playoffs.
We talk about this. We always say that we never really got a fair assessment of what this big 3 actually is for Brooklyn. They're already plus 225 to win the NBA title this year with the current team that they have. So I don't know that I see those 2 pieces necessarily being interchangeable for one another. I'm not sure there. Let's look at the MVP odds right now. And we've talked about this before as well. Luka Doncic currently at plus 425. Just kind of feels like this might be his year. We've talked about it rotating throughout different years in the past, and he's played so well consistently. Giannis Antetokounmpo plus 650, and Kevin Durant plus 700 on the current Nets squad with the players he's got around him. So what do you make of these odds so far?
I mean, I feel like the NBA has been trying to give Luka Doncic the MVP award for the past 3 years, and they just need him to just go and take it, right? MVP voters get tired after a while, right? And sometimes it's just your turn, right? Giannis got his MVPs, Kevin Durant got his, and he's on a stacked team, so it's going to be hard for him to really put up the numbers that really stand out, that aren't just their standard Kevin Durant numbers. It's Luka Doncic's year. If the Mavericks look like any bit of a contender and he puts up anything close to those numbers that he's been putting up for the past 2 or 3 seasons, I think he's got this MVP in the bag.